Step into the past, where every photo hides a secret and every snapshot tells a story. Get ready to see history like never before. In 1942, Edna Egbert climbed her Brooklyn apartment ledge, distraught over her son's absence in the military. Threatening to jump, she fought off police with a flower pot in a dramatic standoff. A woman undergoes a perm using Messrs. Gallia's innovative perming machine. Powered by mains electricity converted to a safe 4 volts, the device features controls at its base and boasts approval from the Medical Society. The mushroom cloud from the Fat Man atomic bomb dropped over Nagasaki on 9th of August 1945, taken at ground level. The blast killed 35,000 to 40,000 instantly, and eventually a total of 60,000 to 80,000 fatalities will occur, mostly from the long-term health effects such as cancer and leukemia. Albina Mali lost her eyesight during World War II as a result of severe injuries sustained while fighting with the Yugoslav partisans. She was wounded 3 times in combat, with one of these injuries leading to the loss of both eyes. In a bizarre Florida courtroom moment, an exotic dancer defended herself by demonstrating that her oversized underwear made it impossible for her to have exposed herself, countering claims by undercover officers who had arrested her. The unusual display highlighted the absurdity of the case and drew widespread media attention. On August 19, 1964, 3,000 fearless construction workers turned the nearly completed 810-foot Chase Manhattan Bank into a living sculpture, standing proudly in its window spaces. The Röntgen Steed, introduced in 1957, was a horse-shaped device designed to hold children still during chest X-rays. Combining function with fun, it aimed to reduce anxiety and improve imaging accuracy. This creative approach reflected a unique blend of medical innovation and child-friendly design in mid-20th century healthcare practices. Dr. Gustav Zander revolutionized fitness with his mechanized exercise machines in the late 19th century. Combining medicine and engineering, his devices targeted specific muscle groups, offering therapeutic and fitness benefits. Widely popular, they became precursors to modern gym equipment, forever changing how people approached health and physical fitness. Little Boy was the code name for the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. The first nuclear weapon used in warfare, it caused unprecedented devastation, killing tens of thousands instantly and marking a pivotal moment in history, forever altering the course of global conflict and science. A woman mid-sneeze becomes the subject of a hilariously candid portrait, her face caught in a fleeting moment of pure, unfiltered expression. The image transforms an ordinary reflex into a snapshot of life's unpredictability, blending humor with the charm of photography's ability to preserve even the most unexpected instants. In 1912, a photographer captured Berlin from the skies, offering a rare aerial view of the city. The image, taken from an early aircraft, reveals a sprawling urban landscape, showcasing the contrast between the bustling streets below and the pioneering spirit of flight that was just beginning to shape the future. An eerie photo of the Golden Gate Bridge, mid-construction in 1935, captures the massive, unfinished structure shrouded in fog. The towering supports loom ominously over the bay, while workers appear small against the vast, incomplete expanse. The London Eye, now a symbol of the city's skyline, was a fascinating sight during its construction in the late 1990s. Sections of the massive wheel were assembled horizontally on barges before being carefully raised over the Thames, showcasing incredible engineering that would soon redefine London's iconic landmarks. A peculiar stretching device once claimed it could increase height by 2 to 6 inches. Users were strapped in and stretched, hoping to gain inches through spinal elongation. Despite its bold promises, the gadget became more of a quirky fad than a scientific success, embodying the era's love for novelty. In the spring of 1895, Vassar College students gathered for Class Day, a tradition that celebrated their academic journey. Encouraged to form close, supportive relationships, these young women bonded over shared experiences. The photo captures a moment of camaraderie, symbolizing the college's commitment to nurturing strong, lifelong connections among its students. The 1880s tandem quadricycle, a unique four-wheeled vehicle, featured two sets of pedals, allowing four people to ride together. With its innovative design, it combined the excitement of cycling with the novelty of teamwork. This early form of social transportation was a popular way to enjoy leisurely rides through parks and streets. A vintage photo from a circus act shows a child eerily attached to a leash designed to resemble an alligator. The bizarre image captures a moment that's both unsettling and odd, showcasing the strange and often disturbing spectacles that were once popular in traveling shows, blending curiosity with discomfort. A World War II-era portrait shows a mother and her son, but the father's presence is only implied. He's invisible, likely serving in the military overseas. The photo captures the family's resilience and sacrifice, a silent testament to the many soldiers who were away from home, leaving their families behind during the war. A beautiful family picture captures a dwarf family, their love and connection radiating through the photograph. The image highlights the unique bond they share, transcending physical differences. Their smiles and warmth reflect the beauty of family, reminding us that love and togetherness come in all shapes and sizes. In 1897, a woman churned milk into butter while engrossed in a book, blending labor with learning. This snapshot of rural life captures her multitasking spirit, where intellectual curiosity meets the demands of daily chores, offering a glimpse into the balance of work and personal growth in a bygone era. In 1945, an American soldier reunites with his wife at a train station aptly named New Hope. The moment is filled with emotion as the long separation due to World War II comes to an end. Their embrace symbolizes not only personal joy, but the collective relief and optimism of a nation emerging from war. Masked chefs, typically seen in professional kitchens, wear masks for hygiene and safety purposes. However, in some vintage or dramatic images, they evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, adding a layer of anonymity to the craft. Whether for protection or theatrical effect, the masks highlight the seriousness and precision of the culinary world. The cyclomer, an amphibious bicycle, was an innovative design that combined the functionality of a bike with the ability to travel on water. With paddle wheels or a buoyant frame, it allowed riders to cycle on land and then transition smoothly into water, showcasing early 20th century experimentation with versatile transportation. On January 13, 1963, an ice table formed on the beach of Rokkanje in South Holland, creating a surreal and striking scene. The icy formation, shaped by the frigid temperatures, contrasted against the usual sandy beach, marking a rare and extraordinary moment in nature, highlighting the extreme winter conditions of the time. An image of a boy with his intestines outside his body is a deeply distressing and rare medical condition known as gastroschisis or omphaloculia. These conditions involve the abdominal organs developing outside the body due to a defect in the abdominal wall. The image likely represents a moment of intense medical care, symbolizing the gravity of such a medical emergency, where immediate attention and surgical intervention are required to help the child survive and recover. The most ancient clowns date back to Egypt's 5th dynasty around 2400 BC. Unlike court jesters, these early clowns held a deeper socio-religious and psychological role. Often, the roles of priest and clown were intertwined, as clowns helped bridge the sacred and secular, using humor and performance for spiritual and communal purposes. In 1964, 2 engineers worked diligently to fix a Disney animatronic, a scene reflecting the early days of theme park technology. These animatronics, designed to bring characters to life, required precise mechanical skills and innovative problem-solving. This moment captures the blend of engineering and creativity that helped shape Disney's iconic attractions. A little boy sits atop a giant turtle, creating a delightful scene of childhood wonder. The boy's small frame contrasts with the turtle's massive, weathered shell, symbolizing innocence meeting nature's timeless beauty. This charming moment captures the joy of simple adventures and the bond between humans and the natural world. In Sala of Wala sits heartbroken, holding the severed hand and foot of his 5-year-old daughter, a horrific testament to the atrocities committed during King Leopold II's rule in the Congo Free State. This brutal act was punishment for not meeting rubber quotas, symbolizing the unimaginable cruelty of colonial exploitation. Edward John Louis Paisnell, infamously known as the Beast of Jersey, wore a grotesque rubber mask during his 11-year reign of terror from 1960. The mask, paired with nail-studded wristlets, added to his horrifying persona as he entered homes at night, preying on women and children in the Channel Islands. An ancient portrait shows a young girl lying on a chair, cradling a dead dog in her arms. The haunting image reflects a deep bond between humans and animals, capturing a moment of grief and tenderness. It offers a glimpse into the emotional expressions and mourning rituals of the past. In the past, a specially designed hysterical chair was used to calm patients, particularly women labeled as hysterical. Often a mix of medical misunderstanding and societal norms, these chairs were meant to restrain and soothe through confinement, reflecting outdated approaches to mental health and the treatment of emotional distress. Anna Bates, a giantess standing at 7 feet 11 inches, made history when she gave birth to the longest and heaviest baby ever recorded. Born in 1879, her baby weighed a staggering 23 pounds, 12 ounces, and measured 30 inches long. This remarkable birth, due to her unique genetic condition, left an indelible mark on medical history. A vintage photo from the Roaring '30s captures faceless bathing suit beauties competing in a contest, reflecting the era's fascination with flapper culture and the rising popularity of jazz and the Prohibition movement. These women, representing the spirit of the time, embody the bold, carefree attitude of the Jazz Age, where fashion, rebellion, and new freedoms blended. On June 10, 1969, Robert Corder from Lewiston, NY, soared through the air during a test of a flying jetpack at Fort Myer, VA, near Washington, D.C. This exciting demonstration of futuristic technology showcased Corder's skills as he tested the jet-powered flight system, marking a significant milestone in personal aviation. During the flu epidemic, a woman wears a flu mask, a stark symbol of the times. Masks became essential as communities struggled against the deadly outbreak, blending fear with determination. Her covered face reflects the collective resilience of a society adapting to new norms to protect themselves and those around them. In 1937, Louisiana, a mother sat with her children, homeschooling them during tough times. The Great Depression left many without access to formal education, making mothers like her the cornerstone of learning. This intimate scene reflects resilience, love, and the unyielding pursuit of knowledge, even in the face of hardship. In 1885, workers in New York City began the monumental task of unpacking the Statue of Liberty, a gift from France. The statue, consisting of 350 neoclassical pieces, was carefully assembled over 4 months. Its construction symbolized the enduring friendship between France and the United States and marked a lasting emblem of freedom. At the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games, Jesse Owens made history by breaking the world record in the 200-meter race. His remarkable performance, which earned him a gold medal, not only demonstrated his incredible athleticism, but also defied Adolf Hitler's racial ideologies, solidifying Owens as a symbol of triumph over prejudice. In 1902, a child labor strike took place in Philadelphia, where young workers protested against poor working conditions, long hours, and low wages in factories and sweatshops. The strike, part of a larger movement to improve labor rights, highlighted the exploitation of children and helped spark nationwide reforms to protect young workers. In June 1934, beach volleyball took center stage on the sandy shores of Venice Beach, California. The sport, still in its early stages, began to gain popularity as a fun, competitive activity. Venice Beach, known for its vibrant atmosphere, became a hotspot for this emerging sport, laying the foundation for its future growth. In 1934, a dramatic scene unfolds as a couple signs their divorce papers from inside a car. The image captures a moment of personal dissolution against the backdrop of a changing society, where divorce, though still taboo, was slowly becoming more common. It marks a stark contrast between private heartbreak and public life. Before a game in Preston, the team captains of England and France shared a goodwill kiss, symbolizing sportsmanship and mutual respect between the two teams. This gesture, though unconventional, highlighted the importance of unity in international sports, transcending national rivalries and fostering a spirit of international friendship. A handful of surviving images capture the Titanic on the water just days before its tragic sinking on April 15, 1912. These rare photos show the majestic ship in its final moments of glory. Fewer images survive from the aftermath, but one notable photograph depicts the last lifeboat evacuating the doomed vessel, a haunting reminder of the disaster that followed. This extraordinary photo, captured from a window of a Burgundy, France estate, is the oldest surviving permanent photograph in history. Taken by French pioneer Joseph Nicephore Niepce. In 1826 or 1827, it used a process called heliography. Niepce exposed a pewter plate coated with asphalt for 8 hours, then wiped away the unexposed areas, revealing the first known image that would forever change the world of photography. Serbian scientist Nikola Tesla, now celebrated for his groundbreaking work in electrical engineering, is particularly remembered for his mad scientist appeal, exemplified by the crackling bolts of his magnifying transmitter. This advanced version of his Tesla coil was designed for wireless energy transmission. The photo, taken in 1899 at his Colorado Springs laboratory, shows Tesla seated near the powerful transmitter, surrounded by bolts of electricity, a striking symbol of his visionary work. In 1915, during World War I, Italian troops in the Alps raised a gun, a dog, and a soldier on a mountain, capturing a symbolic moment of resilience. This striking image highlights the harsh conditions of the Italian front lines, where soldiers, their loyal animals, and heavy weaponry fought in treacherous mountainous terrain. The Eiffel Tower, under construction in the late 19th century, stands as a symbol of engineering marvel. Built between 1887 and 1889 for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris, it was initially met with criticism. These rare photos show the tower gradually rising, with workers carefully assembling its iron frame, marking a turning point in architectural design and technology. The simple version of the story states that World War I began after Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914. This photo captures the arrest of a man after the assassination, though some scholars suggest it may show a bystander mistakenly detained as Princip. The assassination, regardless, set off a chain reaction that led to the war. During the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, patients were treated in Army hospitals, where the medical staff worked tirelessly to care for the sick. This photo captures the grim reality of the crisis, showing patients in rows, many with masks to prevent the spread of the virus, highlighting the overwhelming impact of the pandemic on both civilians and military personnel. John Wilkes Booth was part of a larger conspiracy to assassinate key figures in the U.S. government, including President Abraham Lincoln, Vice President Andrew Johnson, and Secretary of State William Seward. Booth, a Confederate sympathizer, succeeded in killing Lincoln, but his key co-conspirators failed to follow through. On July 7, 1865, 4 of the plotters, Mary Surratt, Lewis Powell, David Harold, and George Atzerodt, were executed by hanging in Washington, D.C., marking a grim end to the failed attempt to revive the Confederacy. This iconic image captures the exact moment 5-year-old Harold Whittles, born deaf, hears for the first time after being fitted with a hearing aid. His expression, capturing the mixture of surprise, curiosity, and wonder, has become a powerful symbol of the transformative impact of hearing technology on those with hearing impairments. The photo highlights both the emotional and life-changing nature of this breakthrough. On August 23, 1989, nearly 2 million people across Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia joined hands to form a human chain stretching 675.5 kilometers, around 420 miles long. This powerful protest against Soviet oppression symbolized their desire for freedom and independence from communist rule, becoming a pivotal moment in the Baltic states' fight for sovereignty. This photo, taken in Damascus in 1889, shows Muhammad, a blind Muslim man, carrying his best friend Samir, a paralyzed Christian with dwarfism. The image highlights a deep bond of friendship and compassion, transcending religious and physical differences, and reflects the humanity and solidarity that can exist in the face of adversity. George and Willie Muse were 2 African-American brothers who were kidnapped in 1899 and forced to perform as sideshow attractions due to their albinism. Taken from their family, they were exhibited as the Albino Brothers in circuses, enduring a life of exploitation. Despite the abuse, their story reflects the deep injustices faced by many individuals in the sideshow industry during that era.